Hey, my name is Kara. I'm an ultrasound tech, and let's talk today about the difference between the Doppler machine used at your doctor's office to hear baby's heartbeat versus what we are doing with our ultrasound machine. Now, with the machine at your doctor's office, what we call this is just a sound only Doppler. It is using ultrasound waves to get that sound that you are hearing of baby's fetal heart rate, but it is going in blind without basically an image, obviously, for the doctor to be able to find baby. This is a much lower power than what is coming out of our ultrasound machines. So, this is why when you come in for your ultrasound scan, in Canada, anyways, you are not going to actually hear baby's fetal heart rate while we are doing the ultrasound scan. We are capable of doing this with the ultrasound machines, but we are not going to do this because it simply puts too much power into baby, especially when we can just see it visually on the screen. There is really no reason to then go ahead and put additional power into baby to be able to hear it with the pulse wave Doppler. Now, in the third trimester, you may inadvertently hear the baby's fetal heart rate just because we are going to be measuring the resistance of the umbilical Dopplers. But this isn't just to go ahead and hear baby's fetal heart rate, obviously, it's to actually measure the resistance in a vessel, which is what pulse wave Doppler was developed for in ultrasound, basically to get those tracings of vessels. Now, an important concept to understand with ultrasound is although it has been proven safe to be used in a medically necessary sense, there is the ALERA principle that we have to follow. ALERA stands for as low as reasonably achievable, which means we try and use the lowest power settings to be able to achieve the things that we are trying to see on ultrasound. So when we apply this concept to baby's fetal heart rate, it is basically just saying that we can see it via the motion of the fetal heart rate on the screen, so we can see it visually. Therefore, we can go ahead and just measure it with motion mode, which puts no extra power into baby. Therefore, we are not going to go ahead and put the pulse wave Doppler on baby, as this would put more power into baby than what is necessary to just be able to hear it when, again, we could just measure it visually. So hopefully this makes a little bit more sense as to why you do not hear the baby's fetal heart rate at your ultrasound scan, and instead it is only when you go in for your doctor appointment that they use the sound only Doppler to be able to hear baby's heart rate. As I said, we can go ahead and see it on the ultrasound screen, which I think, in my own personal opinion, is much better than just hearing it. You can actually see it flickering on the screen, and then we can also tell you the fetal heart rate at that time. And of course, we are not going to put more power into baby when it is not medically necessary, and we do want to go ahead and keep the exam as safe as possible.